Hello everyone, is everybody hanging in there? Hanging onto your wallets, hanging onto your Netflix accounts? Look, what happened on November 5th was a pretty rough day for some. It was also a day of relief for others that may turn to fright and fear. We just don't know it yet. But other than those comments, there will be no more commentary of what happened that day. What there will be are some jokes, and I know I need some. And I'll explain why on the last word. But in the meantime, sit back, relax, and enjoy the jokes, particularly of what's supposed to be my squad. But it's an on-off abusive relationship that I probably need counseling from. Be that as it may, if you know, you know. With that in mind, cue intro. Hello everyone, I hope this show finds you well. Welcome to the Brandon Dilworth Show. This is the show of Scent and Smack, and as I said, this is going to be a wing feast that no other wing place can provide, whether it's curry parm, or if it's hot sauce, whether it's Frank's, or whether it's extreme regret. 100% is on me. But before we get into the feast, we gotta cool down for just a little minute. So, let's rock and roll with some feel-good content. Meet Sergey Putyatov. He's about to attempt the Guinness World Record. And that's the record of 27 notes per second. So I guess you could say he's the Flash of guitar playing. Much respect. And now it's time for the
Falcons Welfare Check.
And since Stephen A. Smith didn't do this, I will gladly do it for him. Hit the music. Now that felt very, very good to see. It should have been a blowout from the beginning. I made a skit 4 years ago about the Falcons lost to the Cowboys. It felt so good to have some measure of revenge for what happened 4 years ago. And I can feel like I sleep well at night. Well, at least I felt like I could sleep well at night when it comes to this team. Because that's where the flow of garlic parm ends. So, fade out. Cue the frustrated face. And hit the music. If ever there was an example of the kicker being able to only do so much before he can't save your behinds no more, this was that game. I must apologize to Mr. Younghoe Koo because I gave him grief on social media. 3 out of 4 missed kicks. 3 out of 4! Now the one missed kick, it was blocked by the Saints defender, but the other 2, one hit the post and one was just so wide. Now that was just terrible. Kirk Cousins, he looked decent, but I keep talking about that defense. I keep seeing the same nightmarish defensive play. Even when the Falcons have won, I keep seeing that. And I could go on and on about it. And I know guys are banged up. I know there's some people that are injured right now. But come on. That loss was bad. You think the Seattle loss would be pretty bad. Well, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for a monstrosity this season? Well, let's fade out the music again. And let's zoom into my face again. Closer. Closer. Okay, that's a little too close. I gotta fit the graphic somewhere. And hit the music. That was... I've never walked off a game since, maybe last season? So it wasn't that long ago. See, if this was a playoff game, unlike the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight, we would have had a guaranteed knockout because the Atlanta Falcons would be blown out the water. I'm talking cooked.
What?
Marinated.
What?
Based.
What?
Baked.
What?
Pan fried.
What?
Air fried.
What?
Deep fried.
What?
Rotisserie.
What?
Grilled.
What?
This defense plays less like the Great Wall of China and more like the Walls of Jericho. And no, I'm not talking about the submission hold from Chris Jericho. I really can't put this so much on the players as I can on the people that coach said players. Ain't that right, Jimmy Lake? As a matter of fact, come closer again. Closer. Closer. Closer to my mouth. Ain't that right, Jimmy Lake? You know the only saving grace for y'all? The only saving grace for y'all is that y'all got a bye week. So that means you got extra time to regroup, restart, reset, what the world ever you need to do. Because December 1st, you're facing a Chargers team that ain't no slouch themselves. In fact, they have a Sunday night game, and at time of this recording, I think they were leading that Sunday night game. So y'all gotta step it up. Defense has to step up. Jimmy Lake has to make better decisions in game time. He has to make better decisions. At the end of the day, it's on the players, but it's also on the people managing those players. It's on the people coaching those players. You cannot play defense like the Falcons if you are trying to make the playoffs, let alone win a game in the playoffs. This is going to end three ways. This season is going to end three ways for the Falcons. One way is they cruise on to the playoffs with an impressive record, and it's guard palm wings to the playoffs. The second way is they scrape by like they're doing, and they end up with a record just enough to make it to the wild card, and then it's kind of hot wings and a crapshoot as to whether they'll win a playoff game or not. In the worst case scenario, they absolutely bungle the remaining games of this season, and they don't make the playoffs at all. It's just extreme regrets as I end the year. Just pray that I don't end up in a mental institution, because they are absolutely pushing me there.
And congratulations, Atlanta United. You beat Lionel Messi in Miami. Let's go! Best game ever. Best series ever. I enjoyed watching that, and I wish you well against Orlando.
Alongside United, that was your
Falcons Welfare Check.
You know, as we move further and further from this election crap, thank God, and we go onward and forward to Thanksgiving. Slow down, though.
it's important to be respectful and kind to one another. And I'll tell you, one person that was respectful and kind, as well as sweet and loving, was Aunt Betty. She lit up the room everywhere she went. It was always a good time seeing her. Always enjoyed her presence. Well, on November 14th, God called my aunt home. And wow, it's tough to grieve, tough to process at the moment. I know she's in a better place and probably teasing us down here, because we probably have to go through 4 more years. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Let me shut that down real quick. But no matter what goes on, let go of the grudges, put aside the differences. Love on those who love you, because without warning, in the blink of an eye, we only have 4 words to go off of when the expiration date comes. It's either I can't right now, or I wish I did. Love you, Aunt Betty. And I'll see you when I see you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the show. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and click on the bell. Until we meet again, stay safe. God bless. And now more than ever, don't forget to love yourself and one another.